acting like an
No,
idiot.
because you're asking bizarre questions
You're
and not
acting
answering
like an
any of them.
idiot, and you're wasting my time. I appreciate
ad
you
hominem.
coming. All right, thank
It's
you
an
for
ad
coming.
He didn't see that coming. Nobody ever did that to him.
And the Great White Hope is making America great again. David, welcome back to the show.
Oh, I can't even tell you what a pleasure it is to be back with you today.
Okay, first of all, no. So, all right, guys, like we're not going to act like this isn't an old clip. It's a bit of an old clip, but you find these goodies, man. Like, and you can't get enough of it because David Pakman doesn't understand who Jesse Lee Peterson is. And I don't think I did until like after a while. This guy. The first time I heard him, this is when I was on the left, and I was like, who is this black guy? But then I was like, damn, he's not wrong with some of the stuff he's saying. So David Pakman's about to meet his match with Jesse Lee Peterson.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. I want to talk to you about the Great White Hope first, the president. How would you rate him? He's been elected a year now. And how would you rate the president on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best?
I would say probably a 0.
Really? And why is that?
Well, I judge him by his own campaign promises. He was going to build a wall with Mexico that they would pay for. That's not happening. It's not going to happen. He was going to repeal and replace Obamacare with something better. 3 proposals to replace it all would have led to 15 to 23 million people ending up without care, but all of those failed to pass. Another big campaign promise. He said he would do it right away. Failed to do it. He said he was going to renegotiate trade deals, still hasn't done that. He also said he was going to pass a tax cut bill, not looking good. The Senate now in a whole bunch of trouble trying to figure out, well, how do we do this? It's going to explode the deficit, and we're not going to be able to go back to our constituents and explain to them why did we vote to explode the deficit. So, I think by his own standards, he's accomplished none of the things he promised to accomplish.
Well,
before Jesse answers, right? It's good to look at these things in hindsight. He did do the tax cut. He never said that he was going to get Mexico to pay for the wall. And I know that Jesse's probably going to say that. He said he was going to take it out of them in different ways, and he did. This is where I do defend Trump, because there's a lot of things that's said in semantical order that is just, is that a word? That it's annoying when you hear it. And then, these people say, oh, they don't keep their promises. They don't keep their promises. We have a system in place in America that really kind of stops the president from becoming a king. If people want a king, they need to talk about that. You know what I mean? Like, they need to push for monarchy. This isn't a monarchy. I'm not saying whether it's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just saying. Please, guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe button and notification bell. Thank you to every eye that lands on this video.
he hasn't been there a year yet. He was elected a year ago today. Do you expect, or did you expect all those things to happen within the first year?
Did he? I mean, he's the one who said. He's the one who said.
He didn't say he would do all those things in the first year.
Are you asking me whether I believe Donald Trump's campaign promises? Is that the question?
I'm asking you, did you believe that the president, the Great White Hope, would do all those things in the first year of being in office?
I didn't believe him when he said he would repeal Obamacare right away. No, I didn't believe him.
How about the rest of the things that you mentioned? Did you think he would do all those things in the first year of being in office?
No, but he hasn't done any of them.
Amazing.
Hold on, Jesse. Wait a second. You tell me what he's done. How would you rate him?
Well, we have a conservative Supreme Court justice on the U.S. Supreme Court right now. We have the jobs are coming back.
What jobs? Talk to me about the jobs, Jesse. How has the job creation rate changed from President Obama? Give me the numbers. We've got a record 95.3 million people out of the workforce. Record. Historical high.
David, you must calm down. The filing of unemployment have gone down. The illegal aliens coming across the borders, are down. He has managed to put a hold on radical Islamic terrorist countries where they are coming into our country. It's a lot happening, but I don't want to.
The travel ban has been blocked.
I know
it's not true. What has President Trump done? Those talking points mean nothing. The travel ban has been blocked 3 times.
I know that you don't like the man, so nothing he's going to be to do what makes you happy. So
That's
but
not true, Jesse. That's not true. You're putting words in my mouth, and you know that's not fair.
Mainly,
I can tell you what he
David,
could.
You really should
You're
calm
not
down.
being honest here, Jesse. You know that.
Calm down, David.
Yeah, and it's good. I'm glad he told him to calm down. I think that Jesse was able to calm Dave down a lot more because that little finger that he just threw up in terms of you're the one not being honest. I'm so mad you guys can't see my beautiful face. That's disgusting. And by the way, he looks like Woody from Toy Story in here. So I'm kind of glad that he, kind of went a little bit more with the hair nowadays because this is just, totally. And then the button-down shirt just really does it. Yeah. So whoa, with the finger, you're the one not being. And that's why he's telling him calm down. Calm down. Like he's giving them warnings.
For over 60 years, the Democratic Party has gotten worse, destroying the family, masculinity. They hate men, real men, straight men.
What's an example of that? Can you give me some evidence of that, Jesse?
They hate the unborn child, so they're still pushing abortion. They have no love or respect for blacks and Hispanics. They believe that the blacks and Hispanics are only worth is for a vote. They're attacking Christianity and white straight male. You are a progressive. What does it mean to be a progressive? What is that?
It's for progress and against stagnation and a return to values that are outdated and irrelevant in modern society.
And what type of progress? Give me an example of progress.
The reduction in incredibly damaging economic inequality, the push for a basic level of health care for everybody, regardless of ability to pay, a push for an economy that is not going to allow the richest to become endlessly richer while the poor continue to be poor. There's a long list. I think the problem is that there's a lot. I'm not a Democrat, by the way. I've never been a Democrat. So if the idea is to get me to...
No, you are a progressive. So I'm asking about that. So let me ask,
I didn't even finish answering the question. How long do we have? Because this is a very weird interview. We didn't even... I was trying to get you to tell me exactly what Trump had done to achieve those so-called achievements, and you moved on to the Democratic Party. It's a very strange interview. I've never experienced anything like it.
Well, that's the first time in life for everything.
Dave walked in there thinking that he was going to control Jesse. And Jesse is a very calm man. First of all, this is an older man. Don't get it twisted. Like, I know, he uses the Beijing. He's been through many debates, and he's debated black folk. And you know how black folk get. Me and you both know how black folk get. So there was no way, whatever this is that this whole stance, this is a very weird interview. I've never been through anything like this. That's why he needed this, so he could see you can't get over on everybody. Dave is a very shifty character, and he thought he could do it with Jesse. Jesse's not the one.
Let me ask, the military paid for so-called sex reassignment surgery. And our tax dollars are paying for it, even though we don't agree with that at all. Is
we
that
being who?
The conservative Christian people of this country.
Well, that's just a fraction of the population, right?
Is that progress when men are confused about their gender and women are confused about theirs, and now we're paying for it? Is that progress?
Are you a fiscal conservative, Jesse?
Answer that question, David. Is that progress?
Well, are you a fiscal conservative?
David, answer that question. Is that progress?
It's not an example of something that is or isn't progress, but the reason I'm asking whether you're a fiscal conservative is it's cheaper
David,
to pay for those procedures than to find and discharge every transgender member of the military. So if you're a fiscal...
You need to find and discharge every transgender member of the military, okay, guys? All right, and that is... not a hateful comment. Facts are a real thing, and they don't care about your feelings. There was a time in the military where you couldn't even have a bad thought before you went in, okay? And now it's like we take you broken, confused, mentally challenged, and everything else. God forgive me. You understand the kind of meds that these people have to take every day to keep up their appearances? I'm just keeping it to you straightforward.
conservative, and I've
David.
heard you say that you are, you should favor the cheaper
Why
option,
do we have
which
this
is
guy
paying
back
for
on the
those
show?
procedures and not paying for what it
James.
would cost to find and discharge all those transgender military members.
David, you're not here to communicate. I really appreciate you coming on. I'm going to let you go. It's a waste of time to talk to you. We're not communicating. You're acting like an
No,
idiot.
because you're asking bizarre questions
You're
and not
acting
answering
like an
any of them.
idiot, and you're wasting my time. I appreciate
ad
you
hominem.
coming. All right, thank
It's
you
an
for
ad hominem,
coming.
so you know
Goodbye.
that.
Goodbye. Let him go. That's a progressive vote. All men who are progressive or males who are progressive are weak people. They are weak people. And why have these people on? It doesn't even make sense.
He didn't see that coming. Nobody ever did that to him. And I think that Jesse handled him appropriately. Now, he would go on to, of course, go back to Jesse Lee Peterson's show because Jesse's the only one who can handle him exactly the way he should be handled. I mean, people should walk out on David, but sometimes when he does certain things, I understand the notion of like, oh, but if you can't handle that, then you can't get in a debate. Yeah, it's not that I'm trying to prove myself, man. I don't have time to waste. You trying to get me on a gotcha. You see what he did with Vivek Ramaswamy? He tried to get his whole bank account. Like, tell me who the people who run this country. Like, bro, I can't answer that question for you. Why are you trying to set me up? It's supposed to be an interview. I'd have got up. I'd have been like, okay, I see where this is going. You don't want me to feed my kids. Anyway, that's a whole different video. David got checked. Fun to watch. It's fun. It's fun for me to make this clip. It is. I laugh at stuff like this. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.